We're gonna have fun in today's video because you guys get to make fun of me. You ready for this? Confession. I have not fired a handgun in over 4 months. And we're not counting the trip to Pyramid Air a few weeks ago because those weren't real handguns, those were air guns. The reason that is simply because all the work that I've been doing has been all long gun related. In fact, if we look at the tailgate right here, I've got 2 SBSs, 2 SBRs, 3 rifles, and then this guy. So what's up with the pistol in your hand, Kurt, and why are we gonna laugh at you in today's video? This is an H&K VP9, of which I have never fired before. I was approached a few weeks ago by XS Sights. You guys have seen plenty of their stuff on the channel previously, and they said, hey man, we're coming out with a line extension for the HK pistols. Do you have a VP9? And my response was, no, I don't have a VP9. And generally speaking, I just have problems with H&K as a company, so I don't have their product. And so I responded, I'm like, no man, I don't have a VP9. I don't intend to buy a VP9, and I don't want a VP9. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to bow out on this one. Send me anything else that you want, unless it's made for Springfield Armory. So the response to that was, well, what if we send you a VP9? And I'm like, now I have no excuses, crap. And so as far as the sights are concerned, these are very nice looking sights as you would expect out of XS. We got a photoluminescent ring with a tritium core here, and it looks like we've got some 3-dot tritium sights, so total. So 2 dots in the back, 1 dot in the front, kind of squared up. They look like they're the right dimensions and everything, serrated in all the right places on the back. And we're gonna go through my handgun familiarization drill, which takes 50 rounds. And I'm gonna show you what it is that I do when a new handgun comes in for analysis, how I familiarize myself with it really quick. And having not done that in 4 months, this is gonna get really ugly. So let's get to it. So the first 10 rounds, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of those targets and shoot the first 10 rounds at that target and only that target, with the concentration being on my sight picture and my trigger squeeze. What I'm going to be doing with my fingers, I'm going to be taking the trigger all the way up, taking it all the way to the back, squeezing it till it breaks, and then I'm going to let it all the way back out so I get a fresh, as though it was right out of the holster, trigger press. Oh, that was bad. Those are literally the first rounds that I fired. And I'm going to say less than impressive. But hey, look, we only have 50 rounds, so we're going to move on. Now for the next 10 rounds, we're going to go ahead and unload this gun. Chamber empty. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do. And for this one, we're going to select another one of those targets. Same target. We're going to shoot the first round, just like we did in the last one. But then we're going to take it to the reset and then snap the round. So basically, gun is going to fire, it's going to reciprocate and come back down. As soon as we get our sight picture, then we're going to take it to the reset and then squeeze the next round off. So it should look like bang, bang. And then we're going to completely reset, so these are cycles of 2. Ooh. I'll be honest and say that on that one that I missed, I really did not have a good sight picture. I was basically just pulling it and pulling it. And so that was, again, a failure on my part. Clearly, I have some work to do. I went ahead and repainted our targets for set 3 because we're going to be using the rack in this instance. And we're going to be shooting target to target from the reset, 10 rounds, but we're going to skip the center 2 targets. And the idea is that we want to go a little bit slower than we normally would to get a good sight picture before we actually send the round. But we still want to actually move along. So here we go. Get up on the first one. Did I just miss? Holy crap. Section 4, 2 magazines of 5. And I would say that at this point, if I wasn't making a video, I would stop and go back to the other drills and focus on them. But since we're making a video, we're just going to persevere and accept the video consequences of what's about to happen. But 5 rounds apiece, individual hand. So we're going to start with primary hand on the right target in the center. Drop the magazine, put it in. We're not doing skills development here. We're focusing all on the gun today. So we're not going to do a broken-handed, left-handed reload or anything like that. We're just going to transition it to the left hand. And this feels awkward. I feel like it's got the wrong size back strap. And I've just been suffering through it because my right hand. Anyway, here we go. Oh. Really? Well, that's unfortunate. 5. I think it's 5 at this point, right? Yeah, I think we're on 5. Again, another complication that if I wasn't making a video, I would go back and work on the other stuff first. But now we're going to do a concentration drill, 50 yards, rested on a little bit bigger piece of steel. That was it. It's a glance. Again. Okay. I don't know what part I'm glancing off of down there, but yeah. We did get 5 hits. They just weren't all solid hits. And then lastly, same thing unrested. So, again, adding another element, which is the movement of the body into it. See what we can do. Low left. Not so good. So I had originally planned a different ending for today's video, but to be honest, I got it back to post and I just really wasn't happy with it. It was basically me going on an anti-H&K tirade, and it just kind of came off as unbecoming. Maybe I'll do something on this topic at a later date. I'll end it like this. It is now time for me to accept your guys' jokes, because I deserve criticized for allowing my skills to slip to the point that I have allowed them to slip. And really, anybody should be criticized for that level of performance. So, I'm going to accept the jokes. Here's your shot. Go ahead and take it. But I will tell you that since the filming of the first part of this video, I have started an eval on a different pistol. And I've got a lot of rounds on that pistol. I'm looking forward to doing that publishing here in relative short order, a couple weeks probably. And in that section, in that video, I will make sure to include a segment where we do some dot torture so that you guys can see that with time and practice, even if you've allowed your skills to slip it a little bit, that you can bring them back up in relative short order. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Special thanks to XS for making today's video possible and obviously giving me some trigger time on a gun that I'm unfamiliar with, as well as a look at their new sites. Also, special thanks to our Patreon and Subscribestar viewers that just generally help pay the ammo bill around here. But that said, you should see their names and that mosquito's death on screen right now.